Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. This is Ken QC for the Friday morning vlog. Anyway, today is Friday, which is a good day. It is the day, our last day at work, if you're a Monday through Friday kind of person like I am. And the NFL draft was started yesterday and continues on through the weekend. I think the big news, a couple teams got some quarterbacks and filled some positions. The Bills got some guy, I don't know who he is, but the Buffalo Bills. The Cardinals got a defensive tackle, I think. So anyway, that should be interesting to see. You know, there's always I read an article that said today every team's a winner, but when the season starts, well, that's when some teams end up being losers, and it's unfortunate. For your home team, you always want the home team to win. If you're a home team fan and you're at a home game, it stinks when your home team loses. I remember as a child going with my cousin Bill and my Aunt Margaret and my cousin Janet and my cousin Agnes to Amerks games, and my Aunt Margaret, wonderful lady, was my grandmother's sister, was an incredible hockey fan, and she would never swear, but she would yell at the refs and the players, and it really was probably what got me into hockey. Wonderful memories. The first time I ever went into a ladies' room was with my cousin Janet and Agnes. My cousin Bill and I were walking around, and we were with my Janet and Agnes, and they made us go into the ladies' room because obviously we're too young to go by ourselves into the men's room at a hockey game where there's thousands of fans. Rochester does have a very loyal fan base for their sports, and they've had some good success in their sports. Anyone that remembers way back when, a guy named Don Cherry, one of the most iconic graphic figures in coaching, he played for and coached the Amerks. He also coached the Pittsford hockey team way back in the day. So we've produced a lot of interesting characters in sports. Abby Wambach, obviously, for soccer, one of the best players to ever play the game for the women's team. Great athlete. I know she's had some recent problems, but aren't we all human? And don't we all make mistakes? I know I've made more than one, and I'll probably make more than one before my life terminates. So I think we need to not judge people. Abby's done a lot more positive than negative, very minimal negative. So she had a drink or two too many and drove home. Well, thank goodness she didn't kill herself or anyone else for that matter. But she owned up to it, decided that she would step up and say, hey, it was me, I did something wrong. So kudos to her for stepping up and owning her shortcomings. And that's probably one of the qualities that she possesses that has made her one of the best female athletes in the history of women's soccer, because she owns her positives and her negatives. Anyway, have a great day, and this weekend I'm going to try to go to, there's a park south of Phoenix. Last week I was in North Phoenix when I was hiking. There's a park South Phoenix. It's supposedly the largest municipal public park in the world or something like that. Anyway, they've got hiking trails, they've got flowers, they've got all sorts of things. I'm going to try to check it out. I know that they're open until from sunrise to sunset, and I know that you can actually go on the trails until 11 p.m. I was thinking if there's a way for me to stay in the park and park without being locked in, maybe I'll try to get a night shot or a star shot or something like that, because it says the trails are open until 11 p.m. So I'm going to check that out. It's funny, when I was on the website for this park, it said, oh, by the way, snakes are most active in spring and fall, and if you see a snake, typically they'll feel the vibration as you're walking towards them and they'll scoot away. If you do see one, don't touch them. Why would you touch a rattlesnake? That would be, and only 1% of the snake bites results in death. Well, 1% is one too many, if you ask me. So I promise you, if I see a snake, I'm turning around and going home. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.